And we are back right where we stopped, like always. Heck, I need the music. Where is it? This is it, right? What is this? Oh, do I don't have volume 8 on here. Oh well. Right, so we left off here, right? I think. Hold on. Alright, here, yeah, we did leave off here with one of my favorite songs. The beginning of something excellent. Truly is excellent. It's just. Boo. We had 5. Nah, 4. 4 is a good volume. Okay, no, 5. Now. Rose, check alchemy excursus. Looks like a sort of neat in. Where'd I see neat from? Looks like a sort of index documenting all the known results for punch card alchemy combinations. This could be a. Wait, heck, I just realized something. I didn't set the end goal. That'd be here, which is 759. That's the end goal. Oop. Now I can see that at the top of my screen, like this. But keep the camera around here. Probably didn't adjust so well. Oh well. This could be a convenient resource that you're starting to stumble on. Oh wait, looks like a sort of index documenting all the known results for punch card alchemy combinations. This could be a convenient resource as you start to stumble on more useful card combinations, but ever since John started punching cards, you've been contemplating other ways this item manufacturing system could be put to use. In particular, if you obtain the code for any item at your disposal, you think you could theoretically send the code to John and he could make it himself. That is, if you can think of anything that would be worth sending to him. I'm pretty sure this is never used. Ever. Well, okay, maybe one. Actually, it might be used a lot, like, off-screen. Who knows? Rose, caps lock suburb server CD. You eject the disk and caps lock the server CD. The fire's literally right outside. Rose, message John the CAPTCHA code. Wait, where are some of these plugins I have? Oh, I forgot I had this. Tumblr Pro? I don't use Tumblr, why do I have... Oh my. Sure. What is this? What is Tumblr Pro? Sorry for getting sidetracked, I just have no idea what this is. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's why I have it. That makes a lot more sense. What is... Oh, yes. I forgot about this. It changes any instance of SJW to the word skeleton. It's beautiful. What about... Wait. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, Doug, damn it. Oh god. Oh god damn it. Oh god damn it. Just spam it. It's beautiful. It's like completely inoperable. I love it. And there's add block. Edit this cookie. Nah, I'm not gonna mess with that. Oh yeah, there's this. I did kind of have this open at the beginning, and I think I opened it later on in this series, but I never actually explained what it is. Like, okay, no, actually I think it did, but yeah. Bonk. So, the generator is dead. John is dead. Everyone is dead. Shut John, wake up. Yes. Foreshadowing! That was a pumpkin. That was a pumpkin. Wait. POV cam, I need you. Add controls. Okay, what are the controls? Reload? I've been lied to. There are no controls. Leave as normal. Okay, but Harry Anderson. Foreshadowing. Pumpkin! Okay, who's messaging us? Obviously, GG. Hey! Well, there you are. How's your adventure going, John? It's okay. I'm making some progress, and Rose finally connected again, so she is helping me now. That's good. Oh, but, like, I don't think I am actually saving the world here. I don't know what I'm really accomplishing, but I guess it's not that. Well, I think whatever it is, it must be pretty important. Don't lose hope, John. I think it will all turn out for the best if you stay positive. Just keep listening to your grandmother's advice. Yeah, you're probably right. But, I don't think I mentioned Nana to you, did I? Oh, I don't know, did you? I don't know. Maybe you talked to Rose or Dave about it or something? Yeah, maybe that was it. They're really weird when they talk to me about you. Like, they're always trying to convince me. They're always trying. Okay, I'll just. They're always trying to convince me you have some spooky powers, but I'm always like, no, she seems like a pretty regular girl to me. But then when I think back, maybe there are times when it seems like you know some things, like maybe you know more about a thing than you're telling me. I don't know. Oh, well, John, I want to explain lots of things to you. Some things I know. I'm just waiting. Waiting for what? Oh, John, I forgot. I was messaging you about that meteor that fell near my house. Oh, yeah. Whatever happened with it? Oh, boy. Well, it turns out I was confused about it. Really confused. See, I guess I fell asleep for a while and lost track of time. That happens. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Maybe you should, like, wear an alarm clock or something? So, what was the deal with the meteor? Well, it's hard to explain, but I know what it is now, and now I know everything's going to be okay. So, what was it, or is this just another thing you're waiting to tell me? Oh gosh, John, I really want to tell you all this stuff, but I can't yet. I really think you need to wake up first. Huh? Well, okay, not literally. Well, okay, maybe kinda literally. Stop being so confusing! Lol. Anyway, I think it's time for you to... Anyway, time for you to go, John. I think you have some company. Heart. And she leaves. John quickly grabbed the pogo hammer. Boop. You stick the pogo hammer back in your trispecifus and get ready to kill some more of these pesky little... Huh? What's that? The pogo's over there. It's time for the reveal. Boosh. Tentacle therapist sees pestering ectobiologist. Rose, why are you dropping something of that thing? Oh no! John, be the imp. You be the imp and quickly abscond the fuck out of there! This is what weaker adversaries do whenever things get too hot to handle, which is frequently. John, prepare for a boss battle. You stopped being the imp because that was stupid, and scurry over to your magic chest that you suddenly remembered was on the roof. There are some things in here that would be good to stock up for a major... That would be to stock up on for a major battle. But it looks like someone has plundered your chest. This is so outrageous. Just look at that imp. Look at the face of it. Does that look like an innocent imp? No, it doesn't. You've been robbed, John. Time to take revenge. You know, John has like some really thin eyebrows. You can barely really see them if I zoom in, and if we were to like go back to Act 1, some of those low scenes with John, like here. Not quite there. About looking out the window. Yeah, here. Look at those eyebrows. Look how tiny they are. It's like they're not even eyebrows. It's like they're freaking strings of hair. Seriously. It's so awkward. Alright. These things are freaking huge. You're being ambushed! There isn't much room to maneuver on this sloping roof. Maybe you should consider making your way to higher ground. John, ascend to the highest point of the house. You go up here. John, look down. You peek over the edge. Yeah, you're dead. It already seems like a long way down to your yard, not even to speak of whatever's below. Hey, weren't your trick handcuffs dangling from that branch earlier? Damn it, why do imps got to be making off with all your sweet gear? John, turn around. Oh yes. You are confronted with a pair of enormous foes. This is it. You have no choice but to wage a fierce rooftop battle. This is totally going to happen now, and could in no way conceivably be interrupted by a sudden shift in our attention. It's go time. It's time to do this thing. We're doing it, man! We're making this happen! Sweet Bro and Ella Jeff! Bro, dude. You get the new hot game that everyone's buzzing about these days.
Dude, you know it! Dad, you know it!
Well, it's so sweet, man. How about a bro hug bump?
Okay, how we do this?
Let's do this thing.
Let's make this shit work.
We're doing it, man. We're making this happen! Hello Jeff choked on his own saliva shortly after. Rest in peace. Dave, stop being the other guy. You stop being the other guy. You're not even sure what that meant anyway. Dave, ascend to the highest point of the building. One of my favorite flashes? Probably. Acrobatic fucking pirouette! Psych! Oh wait! Two times double strikeout combo! It is time for Wayward Vagabond. You are now the Wayward Vagabond. WV, retreat! Get him already! WV, examine Ron Pumpkin. Ooh. What pumpkin? If only I could time the little burp exactly when the text appears. That's totally not a burp sound WV would make though. Oh well. WV, check the little red bar. It appears to be a guide for a large power cell, perhaps fueled by some type of nuclear reaction. If this is the case, it is relatively low on fuel, but who knows how long it has been running here. You do not care about this sort of nonsense and you will disregard it at once. You are very hungry. WV, capsulog can of gravy. Capsulog? You have no idea what that means. It is total nonsense and you do not know what to make of it. You will not give the foolish notion a second thought. WV, pick up the can of gravy. Just pick it up. You just pick it up. You're now holding the can of gravy. WV, use sharp teeth to poke a hole in the lid of the can. Your teeth are useless for the task. They're blunt like that of livestock, presumably suitable for mashing up plant matter and not for puncturing metal. WV, attempt to open can with your weak, pathetic digits. Your weak, pathetic digits are not strong enough to penetrate the can. Your fingers are certainly pointy enough and your black carapace is suitably rigid, but you just don't have the muscle for the task. WV, take the can labeled beans. Okay, you take that too. WV, examine can of custard. Can we get some fitting music? How much? Oh my god, Valhalla. Never mind, I'm glad I looked at the name of this track. It's a good song, but it really doesn't fit what we're doing right now. Come on, get to... Hopefully the next track is better. Okay, it's... doesn't fit. The clan clearly reads mustard, a fact of which you are perfectly well aware. It's sort of cumbersome holding all these cans at once. You doubt you can hold many more than this, maybe one or two. You'll need to find something to put stuff in if you want to carry a lot of things around. WV, examine marking on wrist. You drop all the cans and take a look at your wrist. It looks like a Minecraft creeper from this view. When it's not zoomed in. It's a sort of specialized barcode pattern. This brings back unpleasant memories and you would prefer not to dwell on it. WV, examine the small potted plant. Also, what plant? WV is not an imp. They're one of the new alien races, technically. I don't know if they would count as an... Well, technically they do count as an alien because they're not from Earth. But, yeah. They're a new species. But, sadly, this race and the many others that present themselves, just when compared to trolls, they're underloved. I love WV. I mean, of course, everyone loves WV, but I mean his whole species as a whole, seriously. WV, check book on human etiquette. It appears half the pages of this book have been eaten. The daunting volume is considerably lighter than it once was. It's not how you learn. Sustenance, intermediary consumption. This is the key. You're somewhat skeptical about the nutritional value contained by these pages. However, of the practical wisdom they contain, there can be little doubt. You have learned so much. WV, clear out all the cans inside the purple machine. You empty the peculiar cabinet and take a quick inventory of your canned goods. You have beans, mustard, gravy, bread, shrimp, asparagus, cheese, rice, corn, peas, flour, chestnuts, mayo, ham, potatoes, and squash. Such bountiful plenty, and yet the delights taunt you from within their small metal prisons. WV, search room for can opener. You have already looked all over the place for a can opener, even making a few electronic inquiries about one to no avail. Nothing else inside the purple thing either. WV, locate a nearby sharp object. You wield your trusty knife. It is actually called... You're not sure what they're called. It's an old rusted one of those red mailbox arm swinging floppy doodads, either for letting you know there's mail in the box or maybe for alerting the mailman to outgoing mail to be collected. You don't know, really. You've wrapped a little piece of cloth around it for the grip. It is useless for opening cans. Well, you could probably get a cut on it, but I don't... Yeah, you're right, it is useless for opening cans. WV, be the imp. This means nothing to you. You're not an imp, and you have no idea what an imp is, and you will not entertain such frivolous and childish ideas ever again. You feel stupid and hate yourself a little for even considering it. WV, become the mayor of Cantown. As the glorious founder and mayor of Cantown, you erect a dignified, majestic city hall out of cans, famously capped off with a tome of good manners for the roof. A tome of good manners. A tome of good manners for the roof. You have given yourself a very official and important-looking mayoral sash made out of old cables to complete your look of authority. A number of rather civic-minded citizen cans gathered from the building to offer adulations to their fair and magnanimous leader. All is well. You immerse yourself in this beautiful dream as you whittle away the minutes or perhaps hours. You love the idea of being a mayor. You love everything about mayors and the concept of an orderly civil democracy. It all seems so merely and reasonable to you. Everyone is friendly and happy and the city runs like clockwork. The foundation of the government is based on mutual respect between the leader and its people. It is also built on having a really great mayor that everyone loves who is totally amazing and heroic and brave. Beep beep. Frickin' can cars. Out of everything in Homestuck, It's the can cars I want to be real. I want to drive a giant frickin' can of corn. And mystery meat. That's probably what that is, since I can't see a label on it. I wonder if you actually have to go in. You probably have to go inside to drive them. So you'll just be like covered in the contents as you drive. It's actually very uncomfortable, and there's lots of car wrecks from people getting distracted by the mushy interiors of their cans. It's not a very good system. Boop.
Mayors are so much better than kings. You hate kings and you think kings are really stupid. They are petty, bossy tyrants and are really full of themselves and are basically awful in every way. God, do you hate kings?
WV, explore west of Cantown.
Over here is the other side of the room. There's another one of those purple storage boxes and some useless objects scattered on the floor.
WV, use glowing green rock to open cans.
You pick up the nugget of uranium and...
Oh, that was
so stupid. Why would you do that?
He ate the uranium. The thing is, actually, I guess each of these items kind of contrast in the kids in some way. Like, the oil represents John, the chalk represents Rose, the amber represents Dave, and the uranium, the mayor just ate, represents GG. Also, don't forget that he ate the uranium. It's not going to matter for a long time, but it's going to become very important later on. WV, examine box of crayons.
It's chalk, numbnut!
Non-toxic chalk, may I add.
Inside the box there are 12 pieces of chalk in every color of the 10 pieces of chalk in most colors of the rainbow. You're excited by this.
You can tell that the mayor really loves the color green.
WV, try to open the storage box. It's locked! There must be some sort of release mechanism for this thing.
WV, examine contents of yellow container.
The container is full of motor oil. This does not seem useful to you right now.
WV, rescue that poor lightning bug.
There's nothing you can do for this new little friend. Attempting to crush the amber encasing the firefly would likely cause it harm. It nevertheless bravely flashes on. You find its light alluring, inspiring. To you it seems as if it could quite easily serve as a light of democracy.
WV, use the chalk to draw some roads.
You sketch a handsome network of spiraling thoroughfares for your citizens to traverse. The adoring population applauds its mayor's keen instincts for city planning. You could even add some less vegetation to your city with a piece of blue chalk because you can't seem to find a more suitable color for some reason.
Quick, cough up the uranium and just rub it along the floor. Sure, you could use it for more practical things, such as powering the place you're in, or getting superpowers, but no, it has to be for the city's well-being. The city is more important than some flimsy piece of metal and some other thing. Gee. WV, lay a chalk foundation for Cantown's civic growth.
You develop westward, settling those fertile plains and claiming them for your city. You section off a number of residential and commercial zones for civic growth arranged in the only logical pattern that occurs to you. You cover the residential zones with your piece of white chalk, but for some reason none of the colors in the box strike you as suitable for the commercial zone. Perhaps there's an alternative.
WV, use your own P for the commercial zones.
You cannot urinate because you have not had anything to drink in quite some time. You are very thirsty. Also, that is a really terrible idea, and you would not consider befouling your wonderful city in that way for even a moment.
What is this? Jailbreak? We're not doing that. WV, use motor oil to designate commercial zones. So, it's pretty obvious this is some sort of chess guy, right? He's a... Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna say what he is because it's really hard to pronounce that for me. First time we see it spelled out, I'll try and figure out the pronunciation.
You fill each 70 square with a bit of motor oil to complete this zoning. It looks rather striking to you. You can hardly imagine that an up-and-coming young can trying to make it in the world would not be delighted to live in your fair district. You are very careful not to get any of the unpleasant fluid on your person.
WV, peel label from can of mayo and affix the sash. Yes, he is now the mayor. And from now on, he shall be known as the mayor. Mayor, survey surroundings in search of more terrain for city. Okay, it looks like Volume 5 listened to me. Now we have fitting music.
It seems you have run out of territory for your western expansion, but there's still a lot of empty wall space. Perhaps your citizens would be happier with a colorful backdrop that would make them feel more at home.
There we go. He's good with drawing, huh? Like, seriously. Also, the little things on the wall foreshadowing.
Using most of your imagination and an entire piece of sky blue chalk, you render a bright and cheerful sky full of clouds. You have decided that very closely orbiting your city is a luminous planet, about which orbits a single moon. You switch to another shade of blue and continue rendering onto the western wall.
That moon is orbiting Skya. The whole thing that John has to get to and all the other kids, all that stuff. And that's the closest moon, which also has a little moon orbiting itself. Boop.
Orbiting much further from your city are 4 planets. None of these have satellites, you have decided. Yes, that makes sense, you think.
This here is John's planet. This here is Rose's. This here is Dave's. And this is Gigi's. I'm trying my best not to accidentally say their names.
And on the southern wall, beyond an impenetrable veil of darkness, occupying the furthest orbit yet, there is an ominous planet. A moon circles this one, too.
That's the other moon belonging to Skya. It has a much further, it's like much further away from Skya. But still, it does orbit around it. It's kind of like Pluto, basically. I wonder what the temperature in the whole session is like. Like, I mean, of course it's going to be hotter or colder, as you can see here. This planet would be really hot, and this planet, well, okay, it doesn't seem like it, but this planet is going to be really cold. But, like, what about just in the space-type area, beyond the planets? What's the temperature, what is the temperature like there? I don't know. WV, check that rampaging boy on the screen. Oh.
Oh yeah, it's that guy. You had almost forgotten about him and his confusing shenanigans. It seems like he has things well in hand at the moment. He does not appear to need your help, and yet you have already concluded that he cannot help you, at least for the time being.
WV, turn on the other 3 screens. Now he slept.
You have no idea how to turn these on. There's no mouse for this weird quadra-monitored computer. It can only be operated through text commands from this keyboard. Perhaps there is a special key or command which will allow you to switch to another monitor?
WV, press tab. Don't. What have you done? WV, consume several cans.
You free the heavenly brown elixir from the jewels and pink carapace and imbibe like the wind. It's so sweet and sugary. You wonder how so much sugar can fit in one can. Whatever mighty wizard concocted this potion is truly deserving of your fear and respect.
You see, the joke is, how much sugar? Wait, what is that? Oh. How much sugar does Tap have? I keep getting spoiled on Pester Quest stuff. I'm trying to avoid it because I don't want to do it until I finish my Friendsim series. But yeah. How much sugar does Tab have? It's sugar-free. And apparently it's terrible. The joke is it has 0 sugar. I think that's even mentioned later on. WV, welcome the rest into the city.
The Tabs are naturalized as loyal new citizens of Cantown. All cans are welcome and equal in your city, regardless of can content and whether empty or full. It's not like emptying a can kills it or anything. They are just cans after all.
So you mean the corn car does not need to be full of corn? It needs to be full of something or it won't work, right? Unless it's all magic and imagination. Just... Come on, you know what I'm looking for. Here it is. Hold on, you know what? What is this? Oh. Did that for the Problem Sleuth video. Okay. Let's just... And go back like to 700 or something. Do 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 do. There we go. It's new layer. Its secrets have been revealed. It's powered on imagination. Copyright SpongeBob SquarePants. Something Canary, whatever that says. I can't read that. What that last thing is probably Nickelodeon. Copyright Nickelodeon. Don't sue me. Okay, yeah, I don't think I can get sued for making something like that. WV, hit escape.
Feeling refreshed and heavily caffeinated, you go back to work on the big computer. You hit escape, which seems to minimize the accent window thingy and reveals the history of all the commands you've entered.
Oh, it minimalizes it? I never actually noticed that. But here we have his very polite request. He's done so much. Conveniently avoiding the walk around.
You use the arrow key to scroll up a bit. You can't believe how much you've already typed to do this stupid contraption. What a waste of time.
Like when there is a little suggestion box on the site. Ooh.
You scroll all the way up to your first command. It looks like there are more commands above it. Maybe someone was entering commands on this thing before you? There aren't many more. At the top of this list appears to be the very first command.
Home. View. Switch 2, Switch 3, Switch 4, Switch 1. Escape. Lock room 3. Password. Asterisk. 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 View. Reboot. What is this? This sounds like Zelda music, kinda. Giving me Skyward Sword vibes for some reason. Probably because I didn't play much of Skyward Sword. I really should play more of it.
You scroll all the way...
Oh wait, did I read that, didn't I? Ooh. I just realized this thing is like... It's the pixely house. You can't notice it's pixely until you look at the roof. WV, type switch 2. Oh no. Oh no.
You activate screen 2. The signal is garbled and you have no idea what you're looking at. Some sort of filthy beggar pleading for help? No one is around and nothing is happening. You seem to be locked out of any sort of interaction with whatever's happening on this monitor.
WV, type switch 3. Dave! Oh no, what's happening here? There's Bird Sprite. Dave has a broken sword, and Lil Cow is just dead. Lil Cow, no!
It's another one of these rapscallions. The monitor is locked too. Can't tell him what to do, not that you really want to, since it just looks like more confusing nonsense to you. You consider switching the screen for it, but decide against it. You have a feeling that whatever's there would just confuse you even more, and you don't really even care all that much anyway.
WV, type home.
All 4 screens activate. Together, they display a countdown, starting at 4 hours and 13 minutes.
WV, type reboot.
You can't! Nothing is working anymore. The timer seems to have disabled the keyboard.
Wait, what do you type? Oh, home. Cantown. Alright, WV, be the mayor. Oh yeah, I forgot. I wanted to refer to him only as mayor. Mayor, be the mayor. Seaweed, bamboo shoots, radishes, hat. But now we have another problem. How does the artichoke plane work? Like, what's powering it? Like, I guess I could see how cars could work. Like, maybe they could be like Seto cars, having, like, being able to kind of just pretend you're driving, but really there's like holes in the bottom and you're like walking along. But there's no way to do that with a canned plane. Like, how did... There has to be something making it work. It can't just be magic. Not everything can be imagination. I should close out that. So, how does this work, Mayor? Inform me on how your can technology works.
Enough of this nonsense.
No, don't disregard my question. Tell me how it works.
You're an important mayor, and this absurd contraption has wasted enough of your time.
Are you calling me a machine?
You guys treated the governor with a carapace fist, which is to say firm, yet polished and simple as the situation demands.
I am offended by this, Mayor, if that is your real name. Okay, I'll stop.
Anyways, this will help you kill some time while you wait for that clock to count down.
Mayor, create employment opportunities for the citizen cans. Oh, yes.
You temporarily dismantle City Hall to free up all the can power available to create a vigilante town militia. Divide them into 2 groups, marking them with distinct teams and ranks using the piece of white chalk and the motor oil. You then organize them in phalanx across the countryside, preparing for a stiff training regimen. When you are through with them, your forces will be a well-oiled machine. Chuck another one up to bold leadership.
Ignoring that epic music. Mayor, lead your men to victory. So he's very obviously just playing chess here with himself. But, fun fact, this is actually copying the moves of a very famous chess game. Like, pretty much exactly. Dun dun. Da, 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 da. Checkmate! Oh no! Oh no! What did you do?
You broke the can open. You waste more than 4 hours on this tomfoolery.
I don't remember what game it was specifically, but I don't know. WV? Mourn the loss of Citizen Tab. Oh no!
Your caffeinated jittering must have agitated all the little bubbles curiously hidden in the liquid, creating too much pressure in the can. You speculate this is why it exploded as you nervously eye the timer. You're starting to wonder what will happen when it reaches 0. Maybe it would be best not to be near it when it happens.
Minutes in the future. Though perhaps not as few as implied by circumstance. A peregrine mendicant trundles precious cargo beneath the gleam of the celestially ominous. So there's more than just the mayor here. Who are these people exactly and where they come from? Well, we're going to find out all about them later on. Specifically Act 5. But, basically, actually no, we learn a good bit about, well, we won't learn how they actually got here into Act 5. Except, her. I don't think it's ever actually explained how she got to Earth. Mayor, go outside and get some sun.
You say a bittersweet goodbye to your beloved city. It's time to move on to greener pastures, by which of course you mean an arid, sandy wasteland upon which nothing green has grown in years.
Where did all the sand come from?
The door shuts behind you. A panel on the door becomes illuminated. As you ponder over the marks on the panel, you hear another mechanical sound overhead.
Boop. It's jailbreak all over again. This whole thing is kind of like a giant jailbreak reference.
The LCD panel appears to have a touchscreen interface.
We won't be getting the ultimate jailbreak reference until Act 6, though.
Mayor curiously put on the funny-looking spirograph. It appears a funny-looking spirograph room is locked.
Boop. Yeah, it is. I can't tap it. I'm furious.
The floor rotates a full 360 degrees beneath you, while the surrounding wall seems to stay put.
Weird. But never mind the mysteries of this place. Just keep spinning. Tap it furiously and just spin with the floor. WV. Select the triangly fractal.
The triangly fractal room does not appear to be locked. The floor turns to 120 degrees and the door opens.
Weird.
You go through the door to find another room. The same size as the other one you just wasted all that time in while a clock was ticking down at something which may or may not be your doom. Maybe there's something in here that will help you escape. Against the wall there is another perplexing contraption.
You see these coordinates? There's actually coordinates to where all the actual Homestuck kids are located in real life, like their houses, I mean. If I actually knew how the work coordinates, I would kind of like show them, but I don't know how to work coordinates, so I'm not going to. But here we see a map of the session they're currently in. John's planet would be this one, I think. Rose, Dave, GG. Here's that golden planet near Skya, and here's that planet shown in darkness, although I still regard both of them as moons.
Against the opposite wall is some sort of control panel which catches your eye. It has two large screens, but only one appears to be active. There are fields for numbers which appear to be modifiable with a dial to the right. Some numbers are already supplied by default, perhaps entered by the previous user. There are a few buttons below, the largest one bearing the symbol marking this room. Also, it looks like there's a meter stick propped up there for some reason.
Wait. I could have used that picture I made earlier of the frickin' imagination can as the thumbnail for this video. I might actually do that, but with the plane instead. Wait, where was I?
It's two large screens, but only one appears to be active. There are future numbers that appear to be modifiable. The dials to the right. Some numbers are already supplied by default, perhaps entered by the previous user. There are a few buttons below, the largest one bearing the symbol marking this room. Also, it looks like there is a meter stick propped up there for some reason.
I don't know if I read that. Mayor, attach your trusty knife to the meter stick.
You immediately craft a measuring spear through possibly the most advanced form of alchemy employed thus far. This is obviously the most important thing to do first, obviously. Or it would obviously be the most important thing to do if you had remembered to bring your trusty knife. You feel so insecure without your trusty knife, it makes you want to slit your wrist or, at the very least, flog your carapace with some sort of measuring apparatus.
What does that mean? Like, I don't know. Mayor, look at the other wall.
You examine the perplexing contraption across the room. You, of course, have no idea what it could possibly do. You adopt the only obvious course of action, which is to poke and prod it with your handy ruler. You're quite sure this is what science is all about.
WV, press the triangle pattern. Boop, boom, 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 boom.
You go back to the control panel, which probably obviously controls that gizmo. You push the big blue button, which is obviously probably the most obvious thing to push.
Boop.
You appear by a pumpkin.
Mayor, examine pumpkin.
It seems this mysterious gourd was transported or purified from a specific time and location somewhere on the planet you're on. You wonder if this machine, a purifier, will take any object that exists at whatever time and location you supply. There's a symbol carved on the pumpkin. You don't know what it means, and you doubt it will ever prove to be relevant in any way.
WV, devour pumpkin.
You consider dining on the ripe flesh of the plump vegetable, but your curiosity about the purifier gets the better of you. You try to sneak a nibble from the pumpkin nonetheless.
Mayor, inspect the green buttons.
You first examine the attractive green buttons. The icon for the one on the left is that house shape you've seen plenty of times before. The right one on closer inspection appears to be the map for this underground facility with an X marking its center.
Mayor, press green button on right.
You push the button. All of the numbers change. Perhaps these are the coordinates for the location of the center of this facility, along with the local date and time? If this is the case, it would make a useful reference point for your current bearings.
Mayor, fiddle with the dials. Oh my.
Oh, one way to find out would be to attempt to purify something from this facility. It should be easy to zero in on a location relative to the center because you have an uncanny knack for tracking precise distances you have already traversed, in whatever units you choose. Your handy ruler gives you a good clue as to the basic unit of human measurement. You will go with that.
Mayor, purify your trusty knife.
You nudge the coordinates very slightly and bump up the elevation by 0.5 human measurement units. You make sure to keep the time approximately what it was to begin with. You purify your trusty knife.
Mayor, purify Cantown.
You nudge the numbers a bit more to purify a bunch of cans. This is so much more efficient than walking back to the other room to get them. You are to believe that time is at a premium after all.
Mayor, de-purify the pumpkin.
Does this machine look like a de-purifier to you? Honestly, the idea that a purifier could both a purify and de-purify things is so laughably ridiculous. You wish someone would de-purify your brain and then re-purify it with a brain that's more smart and less dumb. Dunce! Mayor! Dumb!
Mayor, use trusty knife to carve spook, schema, and pumpkin.
What the hell are you talking about? The idea makes no sense at all and is basically meaningless. Try using that mushy stuff in your gourd next time. Instead, you just carve off the top, exposing a decadent cachet of gorgeous seed-laden ambrosia. Needless to say, you consume all of it rather quickly, but it turned out to be too gross for us to watch.
Mayor, move Spiregrass switch.
You cannot move it. It has a Spiregrass-shaped indentation, and possibly will require a special kind of key to turn it.
Mayor, purify Firefly out of the amber. They're free. Look.
You release your blinky new friend. You'll give her a name when something suitably wonderful occurs to you.
Mayor, adjust timed out to purify rotten pumpkin. The past!
You and Serenity consider new ways to waste more time with the purifier. You're assuming she is a girl firefly, even though you're not really sure that fireflies can even be girls. You target the extremely tasty rotten pumpkin that was sitting in the other room hours ago. Boop. It seems a purifier cannot purify something if it will create a time paradox. A gelatinous ghost pumpkin purifies and quickly dissolves into a pile of unappetizing sludge.
Mayor, purify the grate over the entrance to the facility. Oh hey, Morse code. Time to translate, because I have never actually translated this. Alright. Oh, I already have one. Oh. Let's go.
Serenity blinked a message of urgency. You nearly forgot that while trapped in amber, she was witness to all your tomfoolery and dilly-dallying in the other room, and knows the timer is about to expire. It's time to get the show on the road and escape. You reset the coordinates with the right green button again, and this time only adjust the elevation by approximately 10 human measurement units.
Yes. Mayor, hasten to the exit post haste. You can actually see the bars cooling off. Hurry up! Is this really necessary? No. This is incredibly sad. He ate the pumpkin lid, oh god. Oh. Good job. Psych? Now it's actually moving more advanced like. Oh wait. Unpsych. You attempt the rare and highly dangerous 5x cliffhanger combo and fail. We are doing it, man. We are making this happen. And now, this is a turning point from when Homestuck is a little silly story about a boy playing a game with his friends and failing miserably at it, to an actual serious story with plot twists, turns, drama, all that stuff, with WV Mayor Ascend. The hand of Zazapan the Learned. A continent westward and years in the past, but not many. So that was John's house. These exile stations are at the kids' houses. An ocean westward and years in the past, but many. So frogs built this? Also a pterodactyl, a dinosaur. Click. This is when it gets real. His bro. End of Act 2. Dear John, Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical drapery. That again. The colonel amuses men marginally, less soundly than he on a sweltering Mississippi evening. In true Sassacre fashion form, he puts his astonishing julep intake to use with a textbook execution of Butterfinger solitaire. Dear John, you're no doubt reading this as a handsome and strapping young man. Well, why the man grid need to lift this book is a sign of your maturity, not even to speak of the wisdom needed to grasp the nuance of Sassacre's time-tested mischief. I am so proud of you, grandson. How I wish I could have delivered this heirloom to you in the flesh, but I am afraid it wasn't in the cards. For you see, John, like you, this book must yet take a journey. Its journey will end on the final day of my life, and even then will continue some, though I suppose that will be up to your father. Perhaps he will discuss it with you one day when he and you are ready. But it is your journey I am writing about to wish you luck. There will come a day when you will be thrust into another world, and once you arrive, that is only the beginning. You will soon delve even deeper into a realm of warring royalty and a timeless expanse. A realm of agents and exiles and consorts and colonel sprites, of toiling underlings and slumbering denizens. A realm where four will gather, the air of breath and seer of light, the night of time and witch of space, and together they will ascend. John, if only you knew how important you were. I regret my passing game so early in your life, and yet I feel it in my heart we have already met. But what I know for sure is that we will meet again. Until then, John, I do hope your father keeps you well fed. With love, Nana. P.S. Ho ho ho. And that is the perfect time to stop. But not quite stop. Hold on, can I if I were to change that to 8 and load. Figured it out. Boop. But anyway, that may be the perfect time to stop. But before we do stop, remember when I said there were coordinates in the exile station showing where all the kids' houses were in the real world? Well, John's house would be, John's house is located in Washington. Rose's house, I'm not quite sure where it is, but I think around Michigan. I'm not sure. There's a Burger King less than 40 minutes near her house too. Seemingly unimportant detail. Dave's house is located right in the middle of Texas. And then GG. Who am I kidding? It doesn't really matter if I say her name now, considering she will be named in the beginning of the next part. But GG. It may surprise you, but her house is just in the middle of a random island off the side of the United States, off below, around the Mexico area. I think she's in the same time zone as Dave, actually. I'm not sure. But yeah. Now it all makes sense, sort of, I guess. No, it doesn't. What song? Song of Life. Boop. No, just this. But yeah, that's it for today's episode. And thank you for watching. I am just gonna boop.